Blessings to you. I'm Pastor Rich Maraat.
And I'm Melody. And we are here to help you stay fully engaged in missions.
The Philippine Christmas season is here.
That's right. In fact, it started since September.
September pa lang, you can already hear Christmas carols being played sa mga malls.
And then the Christmas decorations start coming up. And so even before the month of December comes, our Christmas season already started.
I think the Philippine Christmas season is the longest in the world.
I think so too. But this year is going to be a very different Christmas for many of us. I think all around the world, this is going to be a very different Christmas season. Here in our country, many families and individuals are still picking up the pieces of their lives after several typhoons came one after the other, causing a lot of damage and loss. Some people have even lost family members.
Also, all around the world, people are still dealing with the effects of COVID. Some have even lost family members. And some, in fact many, have lost their jobs.
So this is going to be a very weird Christmas for so many who have experienced trauma, pain, and grief, and loss. I think we've had so much more of that this year. But on the other hand, the call of commercialism is still very much there.
Pressuring us to spend.
That's true. To go shopping, to buy presents, to have parties, to decorate the house.
Tamang hapon ng sales sa mall, online sales. So how do we go through this season and still stay on mission?
Let's consider celebrating Advent. So what is Advent?
Advent is the period celebrated 4 Sundays and weeks before Christmas. Advent is derived from the Latin word adventus or coming,
Yung pagdating.
pagdating, pag-abot.
So during the Advent season, we look at the coming of Christ in the past, future, and present. We look back at the past and remember the first coming of Christ.
That's right. We look forward to the second coming of Jesus.
And we also look at the present and remember that Jesus wants to come into our lives and into the lives of those who still do not know Him.
That's right.
So maganda yung Advent, diba? Because it is really focused on Jesus Christ and it helps us to stay on mission.
Advent is a season of waiting. And more than waiting, it is a season of expectation, anticipation, preparation, celebration, and also mission.
Many Christian churches and traditions around the world celebrate Advent.
Even in Mongolia, in our church,
Yes.
every year we celebrate Advent.
So we invite you to consider celebrating Advent. As you celebrate the Christmas season, there's so much information about Advent. So you can just go to YouTube, in fact, and type, "What is Advent?" or Google the word Advent. And so many ideas will pop up. So you can do that if you want more information about Advent.
So when is Advent celebrated?
The season of Advent starts 4 Sundays before Christmas. And so this year, it will start this Sunday.
November 29.
Right, and it will end on Christmas Eve. So why are we encouraging our churches and our people to celebrate Advent?
Advent helps us to keep the right perspective this season. Christmas is not about parties, gifts, decorations, and so on and so forth. It's about Christ.
Celebrating Advent also reminds us in a tangible way to keep Christ at the center of our Christmas celebrations.
As we celebrate Advent, we are also reminded of how God's people were waiting for the Messiah. They were expecting, anticipating the coming of the Messiah.
And so as we remember their waiting, we are also reminded that we are waiting. We are waiting for our Messiah to come again.
Amen.
A second Advent is coming.
Amen.
And He will be coming as our King.
That's right. As we celebrate Advent, we are also reminded that still many nations are waiting to hear about Jesus.
Celebrating Advent in our churches or homes and small groups gives us opportunities to share with others the blessings that we have in Christ.
So how do we celebrate Advent?
There are components. The main component in celebrating Advent is the Advent wreath.
Okay.
So your wreath can be as simple or as elaborate as you want it to be. Our wreath is very budget friendly. You will also need 5 candles. 3 purple ones or blue kung walang purple or violet. And they will symbolize hope, peace, and love. And then 1 pink or red candle that will symbolize joy. Then in the center of the wreath, you put the white candle, which is the Christ candle. So every week, you light each candle. And on Christmas Eve, you will light the white candle.
Every week, there is a theme: hope, peace, joy, and love. These are the blessings of being in Christ and what we have in Christ. He is our hope. Jesus is our peace. He is our joy. And He is love. He is what the world needs. The world needs hope. The world needs peace. The world needs joy. And the world needs love. Other churches have other themes.
But we will be following the themes of hope, peace, joy, and love as we celebrate Advent. So the procedure is simple. Actually, it can be as simple or as elaborate as you want it to be. You can make a whole service out of the themes. But you can also do just a short reading and prayer and the lighting of the candle at the beginning of the service.
As you celebrate Advent, here are some important reminders. 1, keep it simple. It does not have to disrupt whatever you have already planned. Just a little addition. Maybe about 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes at the beginning of your worship service. But it can add depth to your worship celebration. It can add depth to your small group meetings. And if you are doing it at home, it will give opportunities to talk with your family about the real meaning of this season.
As you celebrate Advent, another important thing to remember is missions. Christmas is the season that gives missionaries many opportunities to share about Jesus. Just talking about the first Christmas gives missionaries the chance to share about why Jesus came. There are also many Christmas songs that talk about Jesus. And as they teach these songs, they're able to share the gospel. Even as they give gifts, they can share about the greatest gift. Even the decorations can open conversations about Jesus. So remember to pray for your missionaries during this season. Remember missions during this season.
Because Jesus is the reason for this season. And the reason why Jesus Christ came is for the world's salvation.
So consider celebrating Advent this season.
And as you celebrate Advent, remember missions.
Let's stay on mission.
This Christmas season, God bless you.